Welcome back to Closing Arguments for tonight's Tank Takes. This is a segment where we discuss stories a little off the beaten path of crime and justice, and we get our experts to weigh in on them. Our first story of the night we are calling Shell to Sell. A Florida man was arrested after he stole 2 endangered Galapagos tortoises from a zoo in St. Petersburg, and police reported that they were able to locate one of the rare animals alive in the suspect's yard, but unfortunately the other one was found dead in the freezer. The man is also facing charges that he stole rare books and high-value comic books. He was allegedly selling those items last year through an eBay account that he titled, "You Can Never Have Too Much Awesome." So the question we're asking tonight, which one of these 3 charges, the books, the comics, and the tortoises, should he get more time for? Al?
Well, you know, in the first aspect, you have a turtle disaster, okay? And there's always should be a stiffer sentence for the death of a celebrity. So, the turtle.
Darnell, does it matter that some of these comics were Transformers comics?
No, probably just the Al Wunsch, that's it. But to other folks, that shouldn't matter. I think any life is worth more of a penalty than any material. So I think I'll go for the death. Jennifer?
I agree with Al and Darnell on this one. The poor turtles, he deserves more time for the turtles. They were rare, especially, and turtles live for such a long time, so it's really sad that one ended up in the freezer.
Yeah, like 150 years, we understand, for this type of turtle. Our second story tonight we are calling the bragging teen. An Oregon teenager was pulled over for going 176 miles per hour on the highway, and he decided, when the officer was talking to him, to correct the officer's report, saying, "I was going faster than that." The 19-year-old was driving a 2016 BMW M3. Police were able to catch up to him when he pulled onto an off-ramp. That's when he told the officer he had actually reached speeds of 183 miles per hour. Our question is, which one should the cop report when he delivers this ticket to the court? The 173 that was perhaps picked up by the radar, or what was reported to him, Al?
Well, he should report that the young man that was pulled over was extremely honest and came up with the answer that he was going 183 miles an hour. But obviously that wasn't fast enough because they caught him. So go with that. The honest defendant.
Darnell, should he have used his right to remain silent?
Oh, absolutely. I think he should definitely have remained silent, but his ego got the best of him.
Jennifer, how much more time do you think someone would get for 173 versus 187?
I don't know, but maybe he gets some more time for being really obnoxious.
All right, moving on to our final story of the night. Mad Lib or Mad Inappropriate. This one's a doozy. An IT worker has reportedly sued her boss for sexual harassment, believing that his use of XX and YY and question marks in a series in an email was his way of asking her for sexual relations. Presented as evidence in her lawsuit, the email from the accused went as follows. Quote, "Can you please complete the following? The solution U.S. currently used by XX Agris companies and YY barge lines in corn cargoes in South North flows in the question mark waterways. Also, can you remind me of what the balance of the rollout will be and the approximate timing? Thanks." The woman who represented herself argued that the XX referred to kisses and YY to sexual contact. And the question marks was a coded way of asking when she would be ready to engage in those sexual acts. She also claimed that he deliberately touched her hand when reaching for a computer mouse. When she was challenged on these claims, the woman stated that a man in his position would be far too clever to make any advances obvious, end quote. Eventually, the woman's claims were rejected, and she was ordered to pay legal costs to that company. So the question we're asking tonight is, Al, can you finish our sentence that we have created? XX, your front row, YY, XX, 2 question marks. Fill in the blanks, Al.
XX, your front row, double cross to the questionable conduct of Darnell Crosland. Simple.
Jennifer, how would you have ruled if you were the judge in that case?
I would have ruled that she just probably didn't know the answer to the question that he was asking, so she came up with her own take on it. I think the outcome was correct in this one.
We are out of time, but thank you so much to the think tank for hanging around. Darnell Crosland, Jennifer Brandt, and Al Wunsch. Before we leave tonight, though, we do have a picture we want to